Hello everyone, this is Science Vines and you're watching the audiovisual chapter of Class 11th Biology. This is the first part of Chapter 18, Body Fluids and Circulation. You have learned that all living cells have to be provided with nutrients, O2 and other essential substances. Also, the waste or harmful substances produced have to be removed continuously for healthy functioning of tissues. It is therefore essential to have efficient mechanisms for the movement of these substances to the cells and from the cells. Different group of animals have evolved different methods for this transport. Simple organisms like sponges and coelentrates circulate water from their surroundings through their body cavities to facilitate the cells to exchange these substances. More complex organisms use special fluids within their bodies to transport such materials. Blood is the most commonly used body fluid by most of the higher organisms, including human beings, for this purpose. Another body fluid, lymph, also helps in the transport of certain substances. In this chapter, you will learn about the composition and properties of blood in lymph or tissue fluid, and the mechanism of circulation of blood is also explained herein. Blood. Blood is a specialized connective tissue consisting of a fluid matrix, plasma, and formed elements. Plasma is a straw-colored viscous fluid constituting nearly 55% of the blood. 90 to 92% of plasma is water, and proteins contribute 6 to 8% of it. Fibrinogen, globulins, and albumins are the major proteins. Fibrinogens are needed for clotting or coagulation of blood. Globulins primarily are involved in defense mechanisms of the body, and the albumins help in osmotic balance. Plasma also contains small amounts of minerals like Na+, Ca2+, Mg2+, HCO3-, Cl-, etc. Glucose, amino acids, lipids, etc. are also present in plasma as they are always in transit in the body. Factors for coagulation or clotting of blood are also present in the plasma in an inactive form. Plasma without the clotting factors is called serum. Formed elements. Erythrocytes, leukocytes, and platelets are collectively called formed elements, and they constitute nearly 45% of the blood. Erythrocytes or red blood cells are the most abundant of all the cells in blood. A healthy adult man has, on an average, 5 millions to 5.5 millions of RBCs millimeter cube of blood. RBCs are formed in the red bone marrow in the adults. RBCs are devoid of nucleus in most of the mammals and are biconcave in shape. They have a red colored iron containing complex protein called hemoglobin, hence the color and name of these cells. A healthy individual has 12 to 16 grams of hemoglobin in every 100 ml of blood. These molecules play a significant role in transport of respiratory gases. RBCs have an average lifespan of 120 days, after which they are destroyed in the spleen, or you can call the graveyard of RBCs. Leukocytes are also known as white blood cells as they are colorless due to the lack of hemoglobin. They are nucleated and are relatively lesser in number, which averages 6,000 to 8,000 per millimeter cube of blood. Leukocytes are generally short-lived. We have two main categories of WBCs: granulocytes and agranulocytes. Neutrophils, eosinophils, and basophils are different type of granulocytes, while lymphocytes and monocytes are the agranulocytes. Neutrophils are the most abundant cells, 60 to 65% of total WBCs, and basophils are the least, 0.5 to 1% among them. Neutrophils and monocytes, 6 to 8%, are phagocytic cells which destroy foreign organisms entering the body. Basophils secrete histamine, serotonin, heparin, etc., and are involved in inflammatory reactions. Eosinophils 2 to 3%, resist infections and are also associated with allergic reactions. Lymphocytes 20 to 25% are of two major types, B and T forms. Both B and T lymphocytes are responsible for immune responses of the body. Platelets, also called thrombocytes, are cell fragments produced from megakaryocytes or special cells in the bone marrow. Blood normally contains 1,50,000 to 3,50,000 platelets per millimeter cube. Platelets can release a variety of substances, most of which are involved in the coagulation or clotting of blood. A reduction in their number can lead to clotting disorders, which will lead to excessive loss of blood from the body. Blood groups. As you know, blood of human being differ in certain aspects, though it appears to be similar. Various type of grouping of blood has been done. Two such grouping, the ABO and RH, are widely used all over the world. ABO grouping is based on the presence or absence of two surface antigens, chemicals that can induce immune response on the RBCs, namely A and B. Similarly, the plasma of different individuals contain two natural antibodies, proteins produced in response to antigens. The distribution of antigens and antibodies in the four group of blood A, B, AB and O are given in table 18.1. You probably know that during blood transfusion any blood cannot be used. The blood of a donor has to be carefully matched with the blood of a recipient before any blood transfusion to avoid severe problems of clumping or destruction of RBC. The donor's compatibility is also shown in table 18.1. Let's look at the table 18.1, blood groups and donor capability. The blood group A have antigen A on their RBCs and antibody B in their plasma. So they can receive blood from blood group A and O. Blood group B has antigen B on their RBC and antibody A in the plasma. So donor group includes B and O. In short, they can receive blood from the blood group B and O. Blood group AB. Antigens on RBCs are A and B. Antibodies in the plasma, nil. There are no antibodies in the plasma. Donors group consists of AB, A, B and O. Blood group O. Antigen on RBC is not present. It's nil. And antibodies in the plasma is antibody A and antibody B. So donor group consists of only O blood group. O blood group can receive blood from the O blood group only. Now from the above mentioned table, it is evident that group O blood can be donated to person with any other blood group, and hence O group individuals are called universal donors. Person with AB group can accept blood from persons with AB as well as the other group of blood. Therefore, such persons are called universal recipients. Now RH grouping. Another antigen, the RH antigen, similar to one present in rhesus monkey, hence RH, is also observed on the surfaces of RBCs of majority, nearly 80% of humans. Such individuals are called Rh positive, and those in whom this antigen is absent are called Rh negative. An Rh negative, if exposed to Rh positive blood, will form specific antibodies against the Rh antigen. Therefore, Rh group should also be matched before transfusions. A special case of Rh incompatibility or mismatching has been observed between the Rh negative blood of a pregnant mother with the Rh positive blood of the fetus. Rh antigens of the fetus do not get exposed to the Rh negative blood of the mother in the first pregnancy, as the two bloods are well separated by the placenta. However, during the delivery of the first child, there is a possibility of exposure of the maternal blood to small amounts of the Rh positive blood from the fetus. In such cases, the mother starts preparing antibodies against Rh antigen in her blood. In case of her subsequent pregnancies, the Rh antibodies from the mother, Rh negative, can leak into blood of the fetus, Rh positive, and destroy the fetal RBCs. This could be fatal to the fetus or could cause severe anemia and jaundice to the baby. This condition is called erythroblastosis fetalis. This can be avoided by administering anti-Rh antibodies to the mother immediately after the delivery of the first child. Coagulation of blood. You know that when you cut your finger or hurt yourself, your wound doesn't continue to bleed for a long time. Usually, the blood stops flowing after some time. Do you know why? Blood exhibits coagulation or clotting in response to any injury or trauma. This is a mechanism to prevent excessive loss of blood from the body. You would have observed a dark reddish brown scum formed at the site of a cut or an injury over a period of time. It is a clot or coagulum formed mainly of a network of threads called fibrins are formed by the conversion of inactive fibrinogens in the plasma by the enzyme thrombin. Thrombins in turn are formed from the another inactive substance present in the plasma called prothrombin. An enzyme complex thrombokinase is required for the above reaction. This complex is formed by a series of linked enzymatic reactions or a cascade process involving a number of factors present in the plasma in an inactive state. An injury or trauma stimulates the platelets in the blood to release certain factors which activate the mechanism of coagulation. Certain factors released by the tissues at the site of injury also can initiate coagulation. Calcium ions play a very important role in clotting. Now the lymph. As the blood passes through the capillaries in tissues, some water along with many small water soluble substances move out into the spaces between the cells of tissues, leaving the larger proteins and most of the formed elements in the blood vessels. This fluid released out is called the interstitial fluid or tissue fluid. It has the same mineral distribution as that in plasma. Exchange of nutrients, gases, etc. between the blood and the cells always occur through this fluid. An elaborate network of vessels called the lymphatic system collects this fluid and brings it back to the major veins. The fluid present in the lymphatic system is called the lymph. Lymph is a colorless fluid containing specialized lymphocytes which are responsible for the immune responses of the body. Lymph is also an important carrier for nutrients, hormones, etc. Fats are absorbed through lymph in the lacteals present in the intestinal villi. Here we end the first part of the chapter 18, Body Fluids in Circulation. To watch more such videos, do subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so you don't miss any video. And if you want us to create more such videos on any other book or subject, do mention in the comment section please. And like and share the video to keep us motivated to create such content. Thank you for watching the video. Bye bye. Love.